Hi, and welcome to Meet the Candidates 2013, a voter education program brought to you by the Shakopee Chamber of Commerce. My name is Angie Whitcomb. Our hope is that these candidate profiles and interviews will help you, the voter, understand your choices when it comes to the 2013 election. We ask voters to arm themselves with the information necessary to make educated choices and to get out the vote on November 5th. Please visit the Chamber website to find out information about future candidate debates, as well as polling hours and locations. And thank you for making the Shakopee Chamber and Visitors Bureau your election information resource. Hi, and welcome to Meet the Candidates 2013, a voter education program brought to you by the Shakopee Chamber and Visitors Bureau. My name is Angie Whitcomb, and today I am joined by Jordan Olson, a Shakopee City Council candidate. Jordan, thank you for joining us today. We appreciate you being here.
You're welcome.
Why don't you start by telling the audience at home a little bit about yourself and why you decided to run for City Council?
Okay. My name is Jordan Olson. I've lived in Shakopee most of my life. I started, this has kind of been a long road for me. I started getting into politics really back in 2008 when I caucused for the first time, but last year I decided I was going to take it to the next level and keep going. I went to the state convention last year and supported my candidate for president. And at the end of that, I mean, it felt so good. I didn't want it to, I thought that it didn't seem like it would make sense to just stop right there. So I decided that the next thing I would do would be just to go to my city council meetings and just see what's going on. It's kind of a journey of understanding, you know, by going to all these, city council meetings, you gain a thorough, in-depth understanding of what your government is actually doing, the first layer of government around you. So for the last 15 months, I've made it my prerogative not only to attend every city council meeting that I can, which I've missed two, but I had other things going on. And not only that, but to get to know who my representatives really are. And that's kind of where I'm coming from. Over the last year and a half almost, my understanding has grown a lot, and I'm kind of still doing it, I guess you could say.
Okay, good. Well, Jordan, in your view, and after all you've gained in understanding Shakopee and our city government, what do you feel is the most pressing issue facing our city in the next year? And if elected, what recommendations will you make to resolve that?
Well, shoot, let's see here. I think my biggest issue with the city is these extremely large tax abatements for gigantic companies that sometimes admit they don't even need them in the first place. And to me, it seems kind of backward a little bit that we would completely abate the taxes of a huge company like Shutterfly, Data Systems, although I do believe DataCard now decided not to take the abatement, but that was for reasons of their own. By doing this, you have more companies coming in, they say, yeah, it's good for jobs, you know, it brings jobs here. But my question is, how much does a job actually cost? How much does it cost the taxpayer here to have that job located within the city? Do I have all of the answers? No, I do not have all of the answers, but I think that this is not quite the way that I would move forward with our city government. Businesses should want to come here. We have a vibrant, healthy community. We've got 169 that comes right through. We have pretty good transportation. I don't know, you might say it's different at 7 o'clock in the morning in rush hour traffic, especially with the Bloomington Ferry Bridge being down like that. But typically, we have everything a community needs. We have a very diversified economy. We got a little bit of manufacturing here. We got tourism here, which is really good. We've got RAR malting. So we have a very nice economy, and I think that businesses should be attracted to that. There's good people in this community. We don't need to beg them to come here by giving away the bank, so to speak.
Okay. Kind of keeping on that track, if you are elected to City Council, how will you work to support the health of the business community? Well, the
health of the business community in Shakopee, I'd like to just work with them in the open rather than behind a closed door. Just say, what can we do to help you? I mean, if I'm a counselor, it would be my job to speak with people one-on-one and ask them questions, not simply, I don't know, meet behind closed doors. I would bring them to the council, and I would get as many people involved as possible. They need to show the world what they're doing and what we're doing. It's always been a goal of mine, I kind of didn't say this yet, it's been a goal of mine to get as many people involved as possible. I go to these city council meetings, I have friends that come with me, and I'm always looking for more people to join me. So what would I do to help the business community? Simply that, keep everyone involved, keep them working, keep people liking what's going on. People have to want to know what's going on. They have to want these businesses to come here. And I think that we can really go far.
Okay, great. So if somebody was considering moving their family or their business to Shakopee, what would you say to them that makes Shakopee an ideal location? Well,
we have plenty of real estate space available here. We've got, well, right now we probably could use some more homes. Right now it's kind of hard to find a home in this town right now, but I think in the next few years, as long as the economy picks up, that might change. I would tell them that Shakopee is a really good place to live. It's a very safe place to be. We don't have a lot of violent crime here, and I'd like to keep it that way. And I would encourage them to come and locate here. There's plenty of stuff for you to do. Like I said before, we have a very diverse economy. You know, there's lots of stuff for people to do. We've got a family. We got plenty of restaurants around here. We got fun stuff to do. Valley Fair, Canterbury Park, and I would want them to experience Shakopee. I'd say come experience my town. Come spend a weekend here. I'll take you out even. You know, take you out, show you around, introduce you to people, and you can see the kind of people we have living in this community. I think that makes a big difference in the world.
Perfect. So in closing, there are 5 candidates running for 2 seats on the council. Why should people vote Jordan Olson on November 5th?
Why should people vote for Jordan Olson on November 5th? Because I'm not going to stop doing this. I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep going to these council meetings, and I'm going to keep you informed. I'm going to keep the people informed, and I want as many people as possible to know that. If I'm elected councilor, I will spend every moment that I have to do whatever I have to do to be a councilor, whether it be going out and meeting with somebody, I don't know, at Turtles, or as long as it's with the consent of council. I would just keep doing what I'm doing. Even if I'm not elected, I'm going to keep attending these meetings. It is my duty to know what's going on. It is the people's duty to know what's going on. I don't know what the words "of the people, by the people, and for the people" mean if the people themselves are not involved with what's going on here. That's my mission. That's my prerogative. That's what my duty as a citizen of the United States. I believe in the Constitution of the United States of America and the Minnesota Constitution. I believe they both should be followed, and that oath of office is nothing to be taken lightly. I will continue to move forward with this, regardless of the result of this election. I will absolutely not stop attending city council meetings. And I also will not stop attending county commissioner meetings, and city board meetings, public utilities meetings. I've invaded or gone to all of these meetings, and it's amazing the feeling you get when a young person like me walks in there and they don't know who you are, and it's like, who's this kid? You know, it's like, I'm Jordan Olson, and I'm here to stay.
Good for you. Well, Jordan, I appreciate you taking the time to talk with us today and for sharing your message with the voters.
You're welcome.
Thank you for joining this edition of the 2013 Meet the Candidates, brought to you by the Shakopee Chamber and Visitors Bureau. Please be sure to check out the Chamber's website at shakopee.org for all information leading up to the November 5th, 2013 election.